without further ado, let's get into another classic, JP and the Beans top 5. Today's top 5 Beans are our top 5 Captain America villains.
We're just on this villain streak in the top 5 range, and I kind
We
of
are.
like it.
We are. It's a good streak to be on. We got to let the people know who to watch out for, right? Safety first, everyone.
Safety
Okay.
first.
Without further ado, Beans, you go first.
So Captain America villains, let's just start off with this. There is not a large margin that are worth talking about. There's
Very
not.
few. Very few.
So I'm going to start off with number 5 being Artem Zola.
There you go.
Just, if you think of the Captain America movies, very supportive role with Hydra and all that
Right.
stuff.
Right.
I go off of the comic book look where, out of all the cyborgs and robots that we get, I don't think I've ever seen one outside of Zola where it is a giant plasma TV screen,
Right.
and he's just, instead of at the head, he is taking up the chest area. Like, he is absolutely comic book ridiculousness
Yes.
in a whole.
Yes.
And I love that.
It's great.
I love it because you're like, I know who that is. He sticks out,
Can't miss him.
and it's just design-wise, albeit campy and stupid,
Can't miss him.
he sticks out, and it makes
100%.
him memorable. It's like MODOK, giant head,
Yeah.
little legs and arms.
Yep.
So
That's great.
with that, I've got
That's a great number 5.
number 5,
Such a goof.
Artem Zola.
I wonder if part of the problem for Cap is that he's like too pure, too nice, and people are like, I don't want to fight that guy. It's like
Maybe.
he's not hateable by a lot, right? He has his moments, right? But I just think it's more easy to dislike Tony Stark and go, I'd love to kick that guy's butt. Let's take him down.
Well, that and
Right.
like, if you think about it, when Cap was, in the 40s,
Yep.
those evil people were very evil.
Yes. Transparently evil.
So it made it very easy to be like, oh, those are the bad guys.
Yeah.
Kind of like we talked about earlier.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, anyway, I digress. My number 5 is Hydra. No, not a single person, but as an entity. So I'm fudging the rules here. But again, we make our own rules, so I fudge
Works.
away.
We've done Court of the Owls.
That's
before.
exactly
This
right.
works.
That's exactly right. Hydra as a entity is probably the single greatest group threat that Captain America deals with and has dealt with on a consistent basis. Whether you want to go back to the 40s and their origin with the Red Skull in World War II to the modern day where, darn them, they're still out there, and darn him, Red Skull's often still out there as well. Hydra tends to be a constant thorn in Cap's side. My number 4 is Baron Zemo. There's just not a lot of guys out there that have Baron in the name, right? And the dude wields a sword. That's fantastic. And actually a really good, organic, kind of natural physical opponent to Cap, right? Shield, sword. Okay. Kind of makes me wish that Cap had picked up a sword at one point. Right? That'd
Yeah,
be kind of fun. Like,
little bit.
not all the time, but just on occasion, right? Like when Zemo shows up, like, fair enough. You got your sword, I got mine. But that's my number 4, Baron Zemo.
Fair. My number 4 is the man who actually took Captain America off the board for a little while. I have Crossbones.
Yes, he
And
did.
I'm not going to lie to you. That is primarily why he's number 4, because
But it's a
he
good reason.
took the man down.
Yeah.
He took him off the board, off the map.
Mhm.
He's dead.
Mhm.
He forced Bucky Barnes in the role, which, by the way, you literally got the scarier of the two as the replacement. That was
Totally.
actually a stupid assassination for you to end up doing, Crossbones. Like, awful. But I also find it hilarious because I played, like, in Civil War, he
Yep.
blows up and dies because he
Right.
just
Gone.
bombs himself.
Goodbye.
I remember playing a phone game with him as it, and that was his, like, final move, was just him blowing himself up, which is phenomenally
very on
hilarious.
brand. Okay. At
Hilarious.
least we know what to expect from our guy
So,
Crossbones.
But yeah, he's usually paired up with Red Skull's daughter too,
Yep.
right? Which
Yep.
is, dude, what
Crossbones
is
and Sin.
what's up with your taste in women? That is horrifying.
Poor to very poor.
Ugh.
Yeah,
So number 4, Crossbones.
it's a great 4.
Number
3?
3, I have Zemo as well.
There you go.
So my main win over from Zemo was Civil War
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
When he comes back,
Yep.
because he is phenomenal in that show. He
Very
is
good
the
point.
Highlight.
Very good
Of
point.
that show.
He's tremendous.
He's one of the very few villains in the MCU we actually see win.
Mm-hmm.
This guy wins
Mhm.
against the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember the scene too where he starts unlocking the Winter Soldier back, and he's starting to say the codes, and you're in the movie theater, like, no, don't. You're like, and he just goes railroad, and you're like, railroad? No. You think they just added that because that's where he fell off? Because that's just hilarious and horrifying at the same time. But Zemo is just like awesome, and I wish they would have show off the purple mask more and dive deeper into him, because I know in the comics for a little while he lead the Thunderbolts for a little bit as well.
Yep.
So
yeah, he has his come ups. Truly,
he also has his come downs.
Yeah.
But and I know there's two Baron Zemos, whatever. But I got Zemo at 3.
That's great. My number 3 is Crossbones. There's gonna be a lot of overlap here, but Brock Rumlow, like I love. Now he kind of cheats here, and I wish this would be called out in the comics a little bit. He kind of does an evil Punisher look, right?
He does.
It's a very, very similar, if not identical, color scheme. Also, he calls himself Crossbones, so there's bones involved, and the Punisher has the skull. So it's like, at some point, shouldn't those two guys actually get after it a little bit? And shouldn't Frank Castle step in and go, no.
You'd think.
You look too much like me.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
How dare you kill Captain America? Bang.
How dare you, right? Yeah, because Frank Castle's character in the comics adores Steve Rogers. Like, just absolutely will do anything he says. If Steve Rogers were to tell Frank Castle, go jump in front of the train, Castle would go, just tell me which one, my guy. I'm doing it. So that's Crossbones at number 3. My number 2 is actually the Winter Soldier. Now, cheating again? 100%. I'm fudging the rules again. But again, don't really care a whole heck of a lot because of the impact that character has during his time as a villain on Captain America. Obviously, he doesn't have the endurance over decades, but he is just a tremendous, when Bucky Barnes is presented as the Winter Soldier, the impact that it has on Cap is so pronounced that the only reason he's not at number 1 is because it's a relatively brief period, and there's obviously a redemption arc that comes in there. But Bucky Barnes as the Winter Soldier, while before he is redeemed, is such a peak Cap villain. So that's my number 2.
My number 2 is the Red Skull, because Red Skull might be the most evil Marvel villain that we have.
I mean, he's just a redheaded Nazi.
Yeah.
Just bad.
Yeah, very bad.
Just very bad.
And he wanted to betray the Nazis.
I don't mean redheaded as in ginger.
I mean, no. Bloody skull head, yes.
Yep, thoroughly earns the moniker.
Yes. But do you know how evil you have to be to betray the Nazis?
Yeah, pretty bad.
And, beat them?
Pretty bad.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
To even put this into more perspective,
Mm-hmm.
he crosses over with the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
And the Joker finds out he's a Nazi. He's like, you're a Nazi? I'm not going to work with you, and turns on the Red Skull. If that doesn't put it into perspective, I don't know what will.
Yeah.
So,
correct.
There you go.
Correct.
Red Skull at number 2.
That's when you know it's bad.
And my number 1 is the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, all right.
So I don't think that's a cop-out at all.
Okay.
It goes back to the last one we did with Gore having his little inkling in time and how impactful it is on Thor.
Yep.
That's where the Winter Soldier lies.
Yep.
And yes, they've since made him into an anti-hero, and it's a very good spot for Bucky to be in.
Right.
But at the origin of it and in that window of time, I think he's the villain that has the highest impact on Captain America.
Yep.
Look, Red Skull is the true embodiment of evil. Is he probably the number 1 Captain America villain? Sure. I would give you that on any given day.
Yep.
However, he does not have the emotional impact that the Winter Soldier has, and I think that just puts the Winter Soldier over the Red Skull for me.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. For me, my number 1 is the Red Skull, but I love that the Winter Soldier's number 1 for you. Now I feel kind of like a coward for not going Winter Soldier at number 1, but I guess I deserve it because I put Red Skull at number 1. So he's everything you just said. Pure evil, Nazi, and betrayed the Nazis. He's as bad as it gets. And my only wish is that, we talked earlier about all the meat on the bone of, hey, Cap stories that we haven't seen and didn't get. How about more Cap against the Red Skull? Like, let's have more Red Skull and like more bad Red Skull, evil Red Skull.
Yeah.
We just didn't get a lot of that either.
No, but we didn't. We That was the one downside of that first Captain
Totally.
America movie is we just didn't.
Took Red Skull right off the board.
Unfortunately, it's hard to say that you want more of the Red Skull,
Yes.
but
Yes.
in that weird sense of like, I think you just want him to get his ass kicked more.
Correct.
I think that's the best way
I see him
to
lose more often.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
No doubt.
yeah.
No doubt. That's fantastic. Beans, another great top 5.